All right. Oh, it's come up. There we go. Okay. So today's public meeting for December, hard to believe where we need for 7 or 20 for those that don't know, it's our I'm very happy to welcome everybody here tonight, and I want to congratulate knowledge as so, kind of minutes before we get into the requirements that we have agenda tonight. Just as a review about the plan. We do the speaker list and that one. We had over 5 items on the agenda today. And we have 2 speakers and and as chair, 4 speakers, I will call you. Other than that, and each speaker, and we'll have time for the great get started and we'll not screen and we're letting them come up. Comments. So for the speakers that we have today, welcome. You may get questions from the board. Yes, additional clarity around and presentation. And city council advice to the board members as well as and then finally, the agenda items by the mentioning today will go over the piece down. The board is going to also questions for staff other report or your speakers. So, the speaker reminders we have further context, it's also the website, it is publicly and accessible to all people, using creative language, and speaking to focus their comments on specific agenda items. Yeah. So, the key questions that are bringing you in, remember, we just bring back a little bit to see if they're coming. And lastly, just whatever day where the insider tree on the YouTube channel, which helps provide access like all of our community, and it does get recorded. Today, that was a long thing. That's all that I'm doing. And so now we will move on to our formal agenda today for the public portion of our direct meeting. And starting with the motion to adopt the agenda. All and seconded by Morgan. Favor. Silent, please. And the second item is adopting minutes from the public portion meeting of June 12th. And carried. Okay, now we have the staff reports, which will go through in order. First one is the which are, and we have our new team leader meeting.
All right. Thank you, Chair.
Before you talk about the meeting, just slide back, pick up out, step down.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here. Be here to do an update on the PNE trade management strategy. I think we got time.
That fits. Thank you.
That's it. Okay, so since March 2020, we have conducted tree assessment across the whole site. So far, we have identified 138 trees across the site in Hastings Park. That's not the totality of the whole inventory, so this is just based on what we have assessed so far. We estimated we have about 500 trees for the tropical park, and we'll continue that path to survey out the trees. And we have also identified 36 trees that were dead in the July 29, 2022 field report. And so far, all 36 dead trees are removed. And we did another assessment in August 9th, 2023, and we have identified additional 43 dead standing trees. And so far, we have removed 7 of them because of the immediate risk to the public. And here's just a breakdown of the trees we have identified to date. The species we have identified and also their locations across the Momiji Garden, the hunting gardens, and also the sanctuary. Regarding the update in the sanctuary specifically, we have planned some work in the winter and spring to remove the invasive species and also do some pruning and also clean up some of the overgrowth in the sanctuary as well. Some of the other work will also include some repair to the infrastructure like the bridges, the docks, the signage, and the trails. And we also have 28 dead standing trees in the sanctuary in particular. After consultation with experts, 4 of them will become wildlife trees across the sanctuary. The western red cedars are particularly suffering due to its shallow root system and the drier summer weather in Vancouver nowadays. And here's a map to show the location of the 138 trees that we surveyed. And we have worked with our environmental consultant to develop this map. And in addition to the trees, the environmental consultant also reported 125 species of birds in our sanctuary, and actually recommended that we have a healthy ecosystem in the sanctuary. Regarding some of the mitigation recommendations that we're going to do in the future, right now we are in a lot of consultation with the arborist consultant, the environmental consultant, and also the landscape architect. And going forward, we are going to embark on a survey for every tree species on site, and to create a tree management plan, and to implement a plan and plant new trees as outlined in the tree management plan. Regarding the inventory survey, so we are going to engage ISA certified arborists to conduct the survey, and in that survey, it will include the locations and the size, the health and condition information of the trees. And from that, we will develop a tree management plan based on the information we will find in that survey. And the tree management plan will include something like the maintenance schedule, the risk, the mitigation plan, and also a recommendation on the removal and the replanting of new species, given the changing climate in Lower Mainland right now. And the proposed implementation timeline. So basically, at this moment, we are in the phase of the consultation with the specialists. And in the meantime, we will continue the survey of the trees. Hopefully, from spring to summer 2024, we'll be able to develop the tree management plan, which will guide our implementation and the tree replanting from summer to fall 2024. Because of the work we will do, I think there are a lot of benefits that we'll be able to gain from this work, which will include to basically enhance our tree health and the longevity and the inventory of all the information, and also will reduce the safety and the risk that some of the dead trees may pose to the public. We'll also be able to comply with relevant regulations, including the city's bylaw on tree management and removal. That will also help to preserve the habitat that the wildlife live in our ecosystem. Lastly, this will provide a lot of opportunities for us to engage with our community expert on the management of the ecosystem here. And also, we're looking at the potential collaboration opportunities with the UBC students on some of the pilot projects they will be able to do on our site. Yeah, that's the end of my presentation.
Just for the opening board, and I'm ready to have any questions.
Just a quick question. Quick question. So we expect kind of that you're going to address everything within the 2024. Will the plan also allow us to sort of do a continuous update, or those approaches that you do one chunk, get it done, and then you come back at some later date and go over it again? Or is it then something that happens on an annual basis going forward at a smaller scale?
Thank you for the question, Jeffrey. I believe there will be some recommendations in that tree management plan on the renewal or the review of the plan frequent basis. I'm not sure if that will be a yearly one, but I'm sure our team will look at that very frequent basis. Yeah.
Okay, Paul.
Thanks, Ming. Do we currently have a specific budget in relation to tree management, and or do you anticipate that will be something that comes out of the implementation of the management plan?
Thanks for the question, Director Walkery. We do have some budget in our annual maintenance budget right now for site-wide, plantation, maintenance of the trees. I think part of that study will further guide us on how do we resource appropriately for the maintenance of our system going forward, for sure.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions at this point, so thank you for that update. Appreciate that. And the next one is,
Yeah, well.
And I think on the DM here, for the next first.
Okay, thank you, Chair Yang, for the introduction. So I'm also happy to update on the amphitheater project that is happening on our site. So this is just an overview of the rendering of the new proposed amphitheater. I think this one is made public as well, so everyone is able to check on the website. Next one. Next. So this rendering is just providing an overview of the location of the new amphitheater, and also some of the key programming functions, including the back of the house, the stage area, the three F&B concessions, the premium seating, and the general seating area for the new amphitheater. Some of the key dates that I want to share with everyone is in the fall 2023, the team has appointed Alice Dong as the construction manager for this project. The team has also submitted a development permit to the City of Vancouver and a Class B cost estimate of this project. And in the meantime, from winter 2023 to early 2024, we're going to have a design update of this project, which will also come with a Class A cost estimate before we do the tendering of this project. In the meantime, we'll apply for a stage 1 building permit, and the demolition will start in February 2024. For spring 2024, we will target the new construction part of this project. And right now, the project team target winter 2025 and early 2026 completion. Okay. There are a few good news I want to share with the team as well. One is because of the practice from our designer on this project to really drive energy efficiency and environmentally friendly practice. The team is targeting a minimum of LEED Gold certification for this project. LEED stands for leadership in energy and environmental design, just to give you the context. The other thing is thanks to the desire of the project team to implement a responsible site management and water management for this project, we're also targeting a salmon safe certification for this project. Lastly, because the whole site will be 100% barrier free, the project team is also targeting a Rick Hansen Gold certification for this project as well. Going forward, we'll continue to proactively communicate the updates of this project to our community members. Some of the information can be found on the website we noted in the slide. The other communication channel we'll have is to include the important updates of this project in our PNE community EU newsletter as well. And yeah, so hopefully we'll see you all in 2026.
Okay, thanks very much, Meg. To open it up for spot for inquiry, got a couple, but I'm gonna let board members go, so Director Sloan.
So I just have a quick question. I know there'll be a Canadian newsletter that lets the neighbors know what's taking place, but can you just give us a sense of some of the major things we can expect to see when the demolition?
Sorry.
So in this winter, as the demolition starts, what are some of the things that the neighborhood can expect to see in terms of the changes and traffic and what's happening on the site? I know you'll be updating them in the newsletter, but just for all of us here.
Yeah, so in the winter time, we are hoping to start a demolition in February 2024. Which the main part of this demolition is basically the demolition of the lower line building playland. So at that time, that definitely will expect to see some traffic, construction crews, and with some of the parking control on the site as well, setting up a staging area for the construction company. So those will be definitely expected in the next few months.
I'll just expand on what Ming was just saying as it relates to the topics that will be going on to the website and regularly communicated. Once we have the finalized construction timeline, Rebecca and team will be identifying kind of advanced forecasting at each interval, each kind of month, what'll be happening. And then as we get more current, this is going to be obstructed to here, we'll put in rerouting, but we'll also share progress reports. We'll also show changes that are happening on the website. So anything related to the amphitheater will be found in that one place. And in our open house on November 2nd, we shared this information with the community and will regularly promote this access so the community knows where to go to get the most recent information as it relates to the site and the amphitheater. We've also extended that into our other stakeholders, like clients and employees as well, because there will be significant change for vendors and so forth.
Great. Maybe I'll jump in and ask a question. I just wanted to provide any information about the board members and stuff like that. What was being asked a lot is around developing work on the sound wall, technology, and ensuring that it's mitigated. I wonder if you talk a little bit about sound design and how tunnels then on the building.
Yes, so thank you for the question, Chair Young. So for this project, the design team has engaged an acoustic consultant on the design of the whole system. So in the report, they have identified a few key areas that can help mitigate the noise going forward. I think the one of the main component of the design is actually the roof itself, right? So as a simple roof, it can absorb and to rebound the noise back to the area instead of transmitting to the other areas. And the other very important component will be the sound wall, which kind of does the reverberate from the back of the structure, towards the direction where we don't have, communities or neighbors in that direction. Yeah.
So the material change, structure, and all and technology given in.
Yeah. So
Number of measures to go work together.
yeah, there will be a bunch of things working together to help with that. Yeah.
Okay, great. Any other questions? Okay. So I mentioned earlier, we get to register speakers in public today, and our first speaker is Maria Considine. Thank you. While the speakers getting set up, I understand that you have some unusual, so just a chance to hear that.
I believe, Maria, that's your first one that you would like.
Okay, and I know Maria is 44. Might be on 5 minutes, the time will come on, so when you're ready.
Oh,
we begin and then.
So the timer's be on it?
It should be on
It's gonna
there.
be right here.
Oh, it's right here. Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
We'll give you some warnings if you like,
Like,
Maria.
you do it live as well. Get yourself ready when you're ready.
Would you like this up at the stand, Maria, just to make it a little easier?
You know what, I'm just gonna bring it. Okay, first of all, is this meeting on YouTube? Like,
Yes.
is it live stream?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that, I couldn't hear. We're having a hard time hearing back there. The sound system's not really concise. Anyways, I'm start, sorry, I'm not a very good public speaker. Okay, the June 12th, 2023 business portion meeting minutes indicate that the PNE was going to take to council amphitheater redevelopment project increased due to increased challenges with underground site infrastructure, site spatial adjustments, as well as escalated construction costs, in addition to generate more revenue. All the needed finalized before what council was just the analysis, payback, and sensitivity. Therefore, I can't understand why these matters were brought to the public portion of the June 12, 23 meeting. Because things have been resolved, so I don't understand why it wasn't brought to the public portion. I think the public had a right to know that. And I really encourage the board to bring such things to the public portion of the meetings, because I believe this is what these meetings are for you to keep us up to date and that kind of thing. And, okay, as well, when the state, the essentially the multi-party operational policy, and the, bylaw amendments to council for approval, I would want to bring out. And also to Shelley Cross at the open house, the representative mentioned that the sound, contrary to be 90% less. I'd like to see some third-party documentation to back that up. It concerns me that some things have already gone awry, and I just want to make sure that this project has all of its I's dotted and its T's crossed. I requested that at the November 16th open house, and I also don't know why impact noise impact study wasn't done. One of those studies in the report of the 2021 and review, there's no impact study done. Okay, another thing too, I'd like to have more percent. Thank you. I went to the community, I'll say one next. So the first slide had that there was going to be a model done, and I was expecting something that is expected when a project is done in the construction industry, and something architectural. And I see this model, and I was floored. I don't see where the walls are, where the cedar trees are going to be. And I really want to know those things. This is really important to me. I live here. I invested my years here. I have property. I really need to know these things. And also too, I like to know where things are with the playland development. I know the launch poster is a part of that. I like to know where these are there. And also too,
1 minute, Maria.
okay, thank you. Okay, so the reason behind that was, can someone from the November 22nd, 22 open house could understand why there wasn't a model already done? So this is the model that we're getting to the public. And I find this shameful. But anyways, I don't understand that the word is coming to me. Another thing too is I find the PNE staff says things to the board, but they don't follow through. And I can give you examples, but I don't have time here. But I'm happy to give the board those examples. And I would really like the board to follow up on what the PNE staff say that and put it forward to follow from them. But I don't find that you do that. And please do that on behalf of the public. I think it's very important. Thank you, Maria. Okay, is that it? That was the
Really appreciate the comments, and the videos with staff review, with the mission as well. I'm just going to provide this opportunity to your board and thank you very much. I think we're very clear and explainable. And a couple of points I'll note is, I think that there will be a lot of Sundays and the records that are recorded on the website. with respect to the more detailed items you see my drawings today. And you asked about the launch construction and the market. Beginning of from that as well. We'll take for you.
Thank you. I just want to say, Chair, I'm having a really hard time understanding you. I think I'm speaking quite concise, but I'm having a very hard time understanding you. And I believe that this should come to the June 12th, 2023 meeting, and I think a lot should have come to the public before this 2021 project was approved. Thank you so much.
I really do have your comment.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, and so we have, Mr. Beaver, which is Kathy, easy Kathy there. Maybe from my table.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here.
You might want to try and do a little bit of this. So,
All right. My name is Kathy Lau, and I've been a very long time, probably 40 decades. May I have 10 seconds?
Yeah.
So before just wanted to let you know, on the agenda, item 4, says your board meetings for,
Oh, sorry, that was an error. It's 2024. Thank you.
correct. Okay, so see this back, I got it all, and, on the top right is the purple, that's the PNE. See that? Point to it, so.
There.
And these things, go to the right.
Right.
Very corner.
Here, let me make it bigger.
So right on the top corner is the PNE.
Yeah.
So as you can see, then below there is a zoning pattern. So that's, that's activities. And all around it is the yellow, which is residential. Okay, so we have
The other one?
sign off.
Yes.
So that's, page 7. Page 5. It's on the screen. Open the shelf in that why it's because on to the cell level of which during the daytime speed 75. And so over during nighttime speed will be 17 on which cell during speed section. So my question is, I think Nathan already said that the company that's in builds are being okay, so I, because I report. So there has to be an is very important and be shared to. And as you saw in that, the applicator is in the house, and it didn't mean that. And surrounding. So there's my 2 questions. And then my third question. But how much does it mean paper?
Very much. Maybe getting for, hoping you any questions and interested in staff or behind me as well, and some of the old people's questions. Okay, so that concludes, the hearing update. Appreciate the And that is on to the second part of it, two, which is the PNE launch coaster. And getting to hear.
Thank you for sharing that. So I'm happy to provide an update on the launch coaster project as well. So, sweet. Yeah, so here is just a picture of basically what's going on the site right now. As you can see, the construction of the foundation, the construction of the track are being completed. The construction is moving on to some of the infrastructure and the services, work right now. Yeah, so we're happy to, announce our new name of the launch coaster, the Thunderbolt. So for the name, we received over 3,000 submissions. The common themes of the name submission is around wild energy and electrifying speed, themes. So the final choice of this name combined the multiple submissions and captured the themes we just talked about. For the next steps on this project, throughout the winter, 2023 to early 2024, we'll focus on the lighting panel, the coaster station construction, the sound and lighting system coordination as well. Moving into the spring, we will have the train installed, the control of the coaster finished, and also the theming and paving, landscaping, fencing done at the same time. In the spring, we'll do the final testing, inspection, and commissioning of the new launch coaster. Be able to hand it over and training to our operational team, and we're hoping to have this project finished and open in July 2024. Next time. Yeah. Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Great, thank you. That is exciting to confirm. Are there any questions from the board members at this point? Obviously, also very fair meeting. Technically, the board members.
You don't go back.
Not too much.
Okay. All right, so thank you for that. So we're now moving on to, I think, our diagram. And 3.3, which are usually we need a program update with our team.
Right. Good evening, Board of Directors, and welcome to our community members. I'm here tonight to give you an update on where we're at on our cultivating community priority and the initiatives that we have in place for 2023 and what we're planning for 2024 and beyond. So starting with what we continued on in 2023. In 2022, we reinitiated the neighborhood ticket donation program. And for 2023, we've continued to develop refinements to that program to ensure there's better communication and better implementation of the program. We have continued on with our community advisory committees. We've also readjusted the format of those to ensure that there's more dialogue and conversation versus presentation and discussion. We're really proud to say that we've continued our partnership with Japanese Canadians in our interpretive center in moving that along and supporting them through their build process and design process for the interpretive center that will be moving into the livestock farms. They're in the design and permitting stage right now. Next slide, please. The programs that we reinstated in 2023, so they've been not being operated since 2019, is the community grant program. We gave $10,000 in grants this past May. We've also reinstituted our KC Kids ticket program, and over 90 recipient organizations received multiple tickets through that program. We did a full-scale fundraising ticket program, and what that means is a lot of not-for-profit and charitable organizations across our city can apply for tickets that they can then use as fundraising initiatives for their own
organizations and allows them to raise thousands of dollars that allow them to operate their mandates for their organizations. We're very proud to have reinstated the Terry Fox Run this past year with 5 participating local schools. And then we also had, we've had 1 of 3 neighborhood skate days this year, and we had record attendance this past November. We had, I believe it was over 1,000.
We have capacity, but yeah,
We hit capacities, which we had never done before in our community ice skate, so we were quite happy with that. The next slide, please. Programs that we newly introduced in 2023, we're very excited to let the board know that we have entered a 3-year partnership with the Hastings Park Conservancy and the Northwest Wildlife Preservation Society, providing them a grant for the next 3 years to offer educational programs through the sanctuary for school-age children through there. And we will be doing that for the next 3 years. Another partnership that we did work in developing with TD Bank this year is providing a youth accessibility program where we gave over 1,500 tickets to disadvantaged youth and youth at risk to come in and enjoy the fair experience, and we're doing that again with the PNE Winter Fair. New, because of the new lighting upgrades across the site, we've opened up the opportunity to celebrate the community through our light up program in Pacific Coliseum, where different not-for-profits and community groups can apply for us to celebrate their special day or their organization throughout the year. And we're doing about an average of 6 to 8 per month. We also had a new neighborhood event this year, which was a resounding success with our Easter egg hunt this past April. Next slide, please. One of our core initiatives this year that we committed to coming into the 2023 was to increase our communication throughout the community and the neighborhood. And we have launched with our community open houses in May and November. We've had one-on-one meetings with multiple community members. We had our community fair throughout the full 15 days of the fair. We've increased the frequency of the community newsletter and the content that's going into the newsletter. The ticket program is now being communicated in 4 languages. So there's QR codes that go on the letter that our community members can scan, and it goes into a translated document for their language. And we've also introduced an online PNE community information hub that allows them more frequently asked questions and easy accessible information. So as we get requests for information, we're continually updating this. We've also communicated in our past November board meeting, or November open house, that all information relating to the amphitheater and changes in new information will be updated on this site here. So it'll be their one place of portal that they can always rely on for up-to-date information. Next slide. So programs that we are reinstating for 2024, so we are working on these particular initiatives, is the PNE Youth Council. So through May and June of this year, we will be doing recruitment for that. We will be running September through May, and we will also be introducing a very focused neighborhood groups, where in the past we did one big neighborhood focus group and we covered a multiple of topics. So we never actually had to be able to get into enough dialogue on one particular topic. So we are introducing very specifically tailored neighborhood focus groups on such things as the park and the initiatives that we're doing within the park, to event impacts, to different very specific topics of interest that specific neighborhood members have vested interest and have ideas that they want to share with us on how we can be better and do better within our operations. We're also introducing a few new programs of introducing some safety forums with community partners, and we've expanded our neighborhood play. We will be expanding our neighborhood party at Playland after a resounding 8,000 people RSVP in 2023. We are going to be hosting multiple days, but also reducing capacity for each of those days so that the neighbors get more time and more opportunity to experience Playland versus a very short time because they're in the lineups to be able to do that. So we're going to be offering more days with reduced capacity over those particular days. that? I have no questions.
What's going on? I have maybe start a different question. I'm just curious, but the investment bonus. Wow, that's a lot. I'm trying to end up and that's compared.
In previous years, we usually had a right around 3,000 people attend, and I do believe that it is a couple reasons. We did reinstitute in 2022, but as we know that the invitations went out very late, so we didn't see the stage ever return. So we adjusted our timelines. The actual invitation went out to the same catchment, but we've also seen growth of build and the number of housing within that district. So before, the catchment used to be 4,500 homes. We're now, I believe, if I was to look back, I believe we're right around 6,800 homes in that catchment. So we're not going to reduce that catchment because we know right now that that's the catchment of impact. So we want to make sure that we still give recognition, but we know that those numbers are increasing. So we'll likely do 2 or 3. We're still evaluating our capacities to be able to field that playground day, giving them that experience.
So still need to feel that out and being around here.
That's right.
That's yeah.
Thanks, Sarah. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate it. I love saying all the stuff that we do in the community. Just wondering how easy it would be in your going forward community reports to add some of the quantifications of math that you put forward. Because I always find whenever you talk about the size of the impact, it just gives you so much more appreciation for either a response or how much was done, as opposed to kind of a bullet on a slide. So anyway, going forward, we can quantify it. I think it would just help me kind of understand it. So is that?
That's easy to do.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
If you, questions or comments? Yes.
A really good question. The items that were newly introduced this year, where did the ideas and concepts come from? Is it from the partners, the staff, and the leader?
It's a combination of everything. So we get a lot of input from our neighborhood and from community members that we do try and action out of that. For example, the Hastings Park Conservancy and the natural, the wildlife program was actually they came to us and wanted us to be able to work with them on promoting that. And we saw that as a really good opportunity for us to work with them, as well as our teams brainstorm, what are the programs that we can do, and we can introduce and go from there.
Check. Oh, sorry, turn some of that.
I was just gonna say, I just really appreciate how much of this work is with children and kids, and it's really great to hear children laughing in the neighborhood and being at these events. And the numbers on the neighborhood state are amazing. I think just goes to show you how much interest there is in the immediate neighborhood and the surrounding areas to be on site and see what's happening there. So thanks very much for responding to the community on some of those initiatives.
Yeah, thank you very much for all the work.
These are not my peeps.
Okay, good. And that's more things to come on back on that. So, thank you very much. I did you before we take a look at it.
Thanks. So I'm happy to provide an update on the PNE Sustainability and Zero Waste progress. First, I want to share this set of data with all of you. Basically, our waste diversion rates has been improving since 2018 and 2017-ish. From the year on 66% to now 75%, and then from the bear itself from like 52% to 82% this year. So part of that is because of the collaboration we have with the Beaners project. And the other part is we have been improving, our operational efficiency and equipment, and all of those contribute to the improvement as well. Okay. For the Beaners project, so our partnership with the Beaners team first started in 2016. And since then, this has been evolving. This year, we have created 26 event days for 57 economic hours per day for this team, which come to a total of 1482 hours in total for this group. This collaboration has really supported a group of maybe less fortunate members to be able to build their confidence and skill set by having an opportunity to work on PNE side and be part of this community. Next slide. And moving from waste targets to sustainability. So we have also recently upgraded our emergency generator in the Agrodome from diesel-based to battery-based, which reduce our reliance on fossil fuels for emergency power generation. For the replacement of our storm clock in the Coliseum, we're able to find a new home with Sunshine Coast to be the new home of this old stock clock, which provided a lot of opportunities for the communities there to be able to use this equipment in their life. We have also installed a lot of meters to monitor and optimize our energy and water usage, so we know the data real time, which can guide us in making evidence-based and data-driven decisions. Next slide. The other thing I want to highlight is we have replaced 6629 old light fixtures, less energy efficient fixtures, to the higher energy efficient LED fixtures in the last few years. And there is a data of the projected savings, saved about 1.8 million kilowatt hours and about 360,000 of utility bills every year. Next one, please. Yeah, so this one, okay. So on the park projects, one thing that we were able to do is some of the dead standing trees, they provide a lot of the opportunities for biodiversity, can become the nesting locations for the birds, the bats, and insects and fungi. So instead of removing them from site, we actually make them, trees that are in the sanctuary to be able to provide that opportunity for the species, and also to let it to decompose and provide the nutrients as needed for the other marine species in the park. One of the other thing that we did in the Momoji Pond is to repair the expansion joint in the pond that has saved the water from leaking in the pond as well. So that is the update I have.
Excellent, thank you. I've been learning a lot about the ability of your ways there, so I appreciate all the efforts and the turn of the winners. It's a very fun. It's important to me. Really, are there questions or supporters for everyone?
Thanks very much, Ming. To me, how should you be reporting around KBG's organization?
For the PNE, we haven't been able to do that due to the fact that we were not able to track all the emissions contributed to the overall picture of the. We track the emissions from electricity, natural gas, but we're not able to track in a detailed way on some of the smaller contributors like the gasoline, the diesel on site. But we're starting to do that this year, so we'll be soon to be able to do that.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Further judgment.
Thank you. Great work, incredible numbers. I'm just curious on the waste diversion, the 82% common fare and 75% year round. Is there a target you're trying to achieve? What sort of best in class?
So, very good question. Thank you, Director Jackson. So we have always been targeting like a zero waste for the whole PNE, which as an industry standard, about 90% of waste diverted will get certified for zero waste. So that has always been our goal, and we're working towards that.
Thanks. And then second question, just on the lighting replacements, is that a complete replacement of old lighting or is there still more to be done?
I think, should,
Yeah, that was complete replacement of every fixture on site.
Thanks.
yeah, thank you.
And also we can get everybody to show, but that should just come out. I'm not sure if it's very board.
No, I just can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Is that better? Yeah, I was
Thank you.
saying, getting, like, you said that was a. And Director Hines.
Thank you. I'm kind of looking at showing in, because I think it's before me, but we had some estimate from cost savings during the lighting replacement project, as I recall. Are these numbers answered with those estimates, those projections? I'm trying to remember what they were. So it's a while ago that we did it, but can you just remind me, are these kind of on par with expectations?
Yes. We haven't had a full year yet to measure fully, but the estimates that were done by Bowden Power Smart when they came in indicated about $360,000 in savings. And so far, we'll need the full year to be able to tell you that, but
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Mike.
Can you get any other? Okay, thank you. Did you have a as well? And that includes the updates, the inventory, and for the people we on Thursday, 23rd, 24th. Just to let everybody know that. And during, we have concluded the business, so we have motion. Thank you, I had all in favor. Thank you, everybody. Lots of, ready for the case to our. And thank you very much to our, neighbors and the public for.
thanks, Todd.
Every time.
I tried.
Everybody.
I think about you guys. Nice.
We don't go back to the business, we're done, right?
Yeah. Yeah.